Welcome to a very special opposition preview. In this episode, I'm joined by the main man, the Hartlepool defender, Timi Odusina, to look ahead to the game on the weekend. There's a massive cup tie. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on future Palace content. And if you do enjoy the episode, hit the like button. Helps us out massively. Timi, thank you for joining us. You're a very special guest. We've never had a footballer on, and you're the first one. So let's see how this one goes. But before we actually talk about the game in more detail, let's take a step back and let's talk about your season so far. So last season, you guys got promoted from the National League to League Two, currently sitting 16th in the league. How's it been for you guys so far?
I think it's been up and down. I mean, we got off to a good start. And I think we've sort of hit a rough patch and that sort of affected us a bit. But I think the performances haven't really changed. I think throughout the season we played really well, but I think a lot of things just haven't been falling to us. We've drawn a lot of games that we should have won. We've lost a few that we've battered teams and got unlucky. But I think it's been a good season. I think with the cup runs included, I think it's been a season that we can be proud of so far.
Exactly, it's not easy going from National League to League Two. It's the competition is high on both levels. But in terms of objectives, when you're looking at the league table, you're clear from the relegation zone. Would you say that you might not want to admit, but would you say the main focus the players are thinking about the cups because you're on two big cups and you got the potential to go to Wembley twice?
I would say that league's always the main focus. I think securing your status as a League Two club first is the main thing, and looking up and seeing if we can make a late promotion push, that's the main thing. But of course, you always have an eye on the cup games, especially when you're playing at Selhurst Park and you're one game away from Wembley, like you said. But I think the focus is definitely always on the league. But like I said, you always have the cup games in mind.
Yeah. So when you're looking at your recent results, you've beaten League One opposition, Charlton. Thank you for that. All Palace fans here watching will smile with that result. And also, you beat Championship side Blackpool in the last round. So when you do the maths, there's only one level remaining. That's the Premier League. So going into this game, don't you dare say it or even think about it. What's the feeling like? What's the mood like amongst the camp?
There's a lot of anticipation. There's a lot of excitement, of course. Like everyone's excited. Everyone can't wait to get out there and play. And there's a mood where, and like you said, we beat a League One team, we beat a Championship club. There's a small air of, like you said, the only thing that's left is a Premier League team, and there's an air of we can go there and cause an upset. Like there's no reason why we couldn't. So that's the mood I would say leading up to it.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you're nervous or not, but before you answer that, you're going to be facing the Premier League side with a Premier League with a Premier League legend on the touchline against top quality Premier League oppositions. And plus, it's going to be special for you. It is, because you're returning back home to Croydon, where it all started from you. How does that feel? How are you going to feel stepping out onto that pitch? Because, it's your local team. You grew up here, of course. You've been to many other teams. You've been away from home. How are you personally looking forward towards this game?
Massively. I mean, like you said, it's homecoming, really. I've been away from home for a while, and to come back and play on your doorstep, pretty much, it's a feeling that you can't really describe, to be honest. But there's feelings of nervousness. There's obviously excitement. You want to go out there and play. You want to go out there and do everyone that's watching proud. And yeah, you just really want Saturday 3 p.m. to come around quickly, like you said, to be able to test yourself against Premier League opposition and the front three that you have, to be able to play in front of a Premier League legend and a great manager is something that you can't really describe and something that you can't take for granted.
Before we move on, what did they call you? The Croydon what?
I don't know.
Croydon what? The Croydon Cadavero. Yeah, you know about that. Trying to be humble here with me.
I don't call myself.
But look, we've got comments coming up as well. There's some questions that the viewers asked us, and we'll be talking about that in more detail in just a second. But before we move on to that, let's move on to not the tactical side, but just your manager, Graham Lee. He just became the new manager in December. He's come in, done a fantastic job so far. In terms of course, I don't want you to go in your tactics and say, this is how we're going to set up, this is what we're going to do. But what is the general style of football that he likes for you guys to play?
I would say to be fair, since he's come in, we've we've like conceded like less goals. We're harder to beat. We're harder to break down, and I would say we quite like to be on the front foot. We quite like to press teams and not make it easy for them. We quite like to get the ball down and play, and try and play through teams. With our front two, like they can score goals hopefully against anyone, but I would say they could score goals against anyone. We always create chances, so I would say he's coming and he likes to play a 3-5-2 and make it harder for teams to score against us.
Yeah, so if you want to give the if you guys want to give us a result in this game, that'd be fantastic. But it's not gonna be easy for us. 100% know that because I know you guys are up for it, and I know some players in particular you're gonna be up for it, and I think all the squad will be up for it in this game in particular because there's a big, massive support coming down to Selhurst. Around 4,000 fans, Hartlepool fans traveling down. So in terms of the actual danger, man, who's in form right now? You can mention yourself if you want, but apart from you, who's in form?
I would say Luke Molyneux, our striker. He's a very tricky player. Like again, in training, I hate defending against him. He's one definitely to keep an eye on. Our two wing backs as well. They always create chances. Like against anyone, they'll create chances. So those are the ones I would say you should look out for.
All right, so let's move on to the next segment of the show. We've asked you guys for your questions. We've got a couple of them, so I'm just going to read them out and let's get Timmy's thoughts on it. So, as you're from Croydon and therefore the nearest thing to an ex-Palace player, you're from here. Does he reckon you'll score against us? That's what Will Pickering asked. Do you think you're going to score against Palace?
I can dream, but I haven't scored a goal yet. I've almost played 100 games and still no professional goal, but there's no better time to score my first goal against Crystal Palace away. But I would like to think so. Yeah, I hope so. Anyways, that's my answer. I hope so. That would be a wonderful moment.
Now you said that you haven't scored in about 100 games. You are 100% scoring. That's annoyed me because now we've got the actual guy who's going to score against us on the show. That's a spoiler alert right there. So in terms of it being a big game for you guys, we've got a question from Eagle Eyed Football. He asks, have you changed your pre-match routine going into this game?
No, not at all. You can't get carried away as such and change anything that you would normally do. I think everything's been the same. Everything will try to be the same until kick off because you can't change the way you do things and you can't change the way you play and prepare just because it's a bigger game to the rest. So definitely not now.
Yeah, Daniel at HUFC asks, how is he so class? how are you so class? Because I've kept you in my back pocket in all them years, and now you've gone to training and tried to improve yourself. That's how he's so class, Daniel. He's improved without me. He ain't gonna. I'm joking. He's worked hard. He's worked hard to get there, and he took his opportunity. It's great to see you come back home as well. And then the final audience question is: are the nerves kicking in yet, or are you generally just excited about the occasion? Asked Annex at CPFC.
The nerves haven't kicked in yet. No, I think maybe when you got to warm up, it might be a different story. But generally, just really excited. Can't wait to get going and step out onto the pitch and for the first whistle to go.
All right. Before you go, let's get quick fire questions. So just give me quick answers. As soon as you hear them, I want to hear your answer. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
No.
All right. Name me a worse trick than Dr. Pepper. You can't. Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
World Cup or Champions League?
Champions League.
Favorite ground to play in?
Victoria Park.
Victoria Park. And the biggest club in South London?
It's Crystal Palace. I like to say it was.
Yes, that's what we like to see. Thank you, Timmy, for joining us for the special opposition preview. Best of luck to the game, bro. I know this is going to be massive for you guys, and I know the fans are up for it as well. And of course, you guys want to win. We want to win as well. Let the best team win on the day, but it's going to be on a personal level. In all honesty, it's going to be. I'm looking forward to the game. I'm nervous, just like you are, and excited in the same way as well. Because on a personal level, your family's going to be there, friends are going to be there. I'm going to be there, and just seeing you go out on the pitch after all them years at Selhurst Park, it's going to be great, man. I can't wait for it. Yeah. Look, that was Timmy joining us for this special episode. If you have enjoyed it, leave leave a like and subscribe. And also let us know your score predictions ahead of the game. Are you confident that Palace could get a result? If you're a Hartlepool fan, let us. Nah, that's what he says. If you're a Hartlepool fan, let us know in the comment section. Are you with Timmy? He's saying that Hartlepool will get the result. Look, it's not going to be an easy game. It's going to be a very exciting game. We're looking forward to it and hosting you guys down at Sellers Park. And you know what? Let the best team win. And until next time, up the Palace.